Show. Empowered you, empowered living. She talks with amazing people, has amazing conversations, and hopes of helping you experience amazing joy, meaning, and purpose in your life. The Jacqueline Hayes Show is dedicated to helping people feel empowered, strong, valued, and joyful. On the show, we'll talk about what inspires, challenges, moves, and shapes us, and hopes that it will do the same for you. Our conversations will be lively, purposeful, and fun. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the show.
Good day. Welcome to the Jacqueline Hayes Show. I hope you're well. I hope things are going well with you so far. I am super excited about my guests in the studio today. I have two amazing individuals who are going to talk with you about the power of building relationships and networking. They're part of an amazing group here in the Dallas area. So I've got my amazing friends, Jeremy Morgan and Daniel DiPasquale, here in the building, and they are with hashtag LinkedIn Local DFW. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having us today.
I'm so excited to have you here. So, hashtag LinkedIn Local DFW is a networking group. So let me tell you guys actually a little bit about the group. So, hashtag LinkedIn Local DFW is an amazing opportunity for professional people to meet with other like-minded professionals and build relationships that allow for personal and professional growth. They look forward to creating experiences for people to build and strengthen their professional relationships. So guys, tell me about hashtag LinkedIn Local DFW. What is it? How did you come up with the concept, and what do you guys do there?
Yeah, so hashtag LinkedIn Local DFW, it's a networking event that is like no other. And that's why we call it an experience versus an event. Just because you're going to find so many different and great things and opportunities there that you just won't have that same type of experience anywhere else. I got started with the group back in January 2018.
Okay.
It was really out of necessity from a personal standpoint. My wife and I had moved from Carrollton up to McKinney, and I thought that the Frisco area could just use another group, and from there, it's just kind of taken off, and it's developed into this amazing thing that we have today.
Okay, great. So it's a networking experience, not a networking event.
Yeah.
Could you kind of tell us the difference? Like, what does that represent for you, and what makes it more of an experience than just a networking event? Because with what I do, I go to so many socials and networking events, and what I've noticed over the years is I've kind of tapered off attending some because it seems like it's just where people come. They want to exchange business cards, not really form relationships. And for me, I'm all about connections and quality relationships. So could you tell us in terms of your group?
Absolutely. Yeah. And we approach it the same way. Just as founders ourselves, we always want to meet everyone there and kind of develop those relationships and build them going forward. But a lot of things that you find is we're always looking to provide value to the folks that show up, and you can provide value in a lot of different ways. The first one, when it comes to networking, most importantly, is probably connections, right? Quality connections. And so we try to drive that in just by the networking that we do. We really want to bring in the top-notch folks, the business people that are established, as well as folks that are social media influencers and that type of thing. So just starting off with the quality connections piece is really important. On top of that, we have a lot of other things that we do. So you can get 30-second promotional videos filmed there for free, which we take those and we put them on our different platforms to promote your business going forward. So after an event, after our event, we've been posting videos of people that have shot their 30-second commercials on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, and these different places. It just gets them more views and more marketing material going after the fact. And then,
Wow.
Yeah.
So that one component alone definitely makes it differentiates it from being an event versus an experience. So you're saying individuals that attend will have the opportunity to do a 30-second commercial elevator pitch about who they are, what they do, and what they represent, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you think of it as like your regular, B&I pitch or something like that, you come there, you get it done on video, and then it gets marketed out to everyone that we can get eyes on.
And so individuals who actually do the commercials will have access to that intellectual property to actually do their own promoting as well, right?
Yeah. We share the Google link with them, so they're able to download the videos and share them themselves, as well as us sharing them in addition.
Wow. That's sexy. That's next level relationship.
Oh, we're bringing it.
Bringing it. Okay, so
we're all
that
about the
I feel the experience happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a networking experience. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what else makes you guys unique in terms of what you do at your events?
I'll jump in some. So one thing we want to make sure is that people can decide what they participate in. So when you do the 30-second commercial, it's not stand up in front of everyone and do it. It's voluntarily. So you go into a booth, it's quiet. You get some coaching on that. So that video is produced and sent out if you want to do it. Some people don't want to do it, or maybe you don't want to hear everyone's commercial, right? So the posting afterwards, you can choose who you watch, who you see, what you want to do. So it has to be you in control of it. So as its basis, it's a giant open networking group that plays to people that like LinkedIn, that use LinkedIn. That's the genius of the name, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so in this big open experience where there's food and drink and the things that get people there in the door sometimes maybe on a Wednesday night, then there's just things that they can participate in if they want to. The second thing that they can participate in is we have a speaker. Maybe you know our next speaker.
Let me guess. Yeah. She's familiar. Her name, drawing a blank. Let me.
Gorgeous woman.
Jacqueline Hayes?
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
So if you can get her to your event and speak, you know you're top notch. I mean, we could cut off the mics right now and go, man, this is an amazing event. That's all you need to know.
Drop the mics for that. Great. Right. Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to doing the talk on Wednesday at your event. And so tell me a little bit. Okay, so we have the 30-second commercial. You have individuals have the opportunity to decide what they want to participate in at the experience. Mm. There's a speaker there talking about a particular topic. And what else? Or there's food, right?
Yeah, foods. You get 2 free drink tickets, so no cost to come in at this point. You get that. Also, we have colored name badges where we break down the industry or the professions by industry. And a lot of people love that. So, we'll have, I think real estate is blue. Okay. And so you'll have lenders and real estate agents all wearing blue name tags. And a lot of folks, if they want to focus on a particular industry, they find that very helpful because they can just search through the crowd and know that, hey, that's somebody that I want to talk to just based on the color of their name badge.
I like it. Yeah. Very nice. That's unique. That's a game changer. That's unique. So, okay, so let's say person A shows up for the hashtag LinkedIn Local DFW experience. This is their first time attending. They're super excited. They've heard this show, and they're like, oh my gosh, I've got to go out and meet the guys, Jeremy, Daniel, and just have my own hashtag LinkedIn Local DFW experience. What would you share with someone who is interested in coming out and having the experience in terms of how to maximize the moment and get the most out of it?
Don't be afraid to meet some great people because it's going to happen, and be ready to have relationships after the experience, because that is definitely one thing that stands out from our event, from what I hear from others. Just like you spoke about earlier, it's not just people collecting business cards. People want to meet. And ourselves, we actually have a rule of thumb that we follow up with everybody within 48 hours of the event, because we want to get your feedback on the type of experience that you had there. Tell us what was good. Tell us what was bad. And then we also want to sit down and talk with you too.
Exactly.
So we're all about it. And that's really kind of what this group is developed around, is building those lasting relationships.
And I like the idea of you encouraging individuals to go up and talk to people, make new friends, make new connections, because I've discovered that if you go up and just say hello to a person, 99.9% of the time they will say hello back, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And another thing you said, which is I think is so important, is taking the time to follow up. Initiate, right? Don't just wait for someone to reach out to you. Cultivate, nurture the relationship by doing your part, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what has been some of the feedback regarding individuals that have attended your experience in terms of what they gained from it, what they loved about it, and for individuals who continue to show up on it? So when are they actually held?
It's the second Wednesday of every month right now.
So the second Wednesday of every month for individuals that are so in love with the experience, they keep coming back. Have you had a chance to talk to them? It's like, well, okay, we know that time is super valuable. What makes you keep coming back? Of course, you guys love having them there, of course, but have you had a chance to just ask, What do you love about it? What makes it special? What makes you say yes to second Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. to come join us?
Yeah, what I hear a lot is when people come in, they've experienced it. They talk about the features of it, right? They really like the 30-second commercial. They really like the speaker. Inside of all that, what's more important is the new person to networking and the person that's comfortable. What I've heard from them is that I was very comfortable doing it. I didn't want to go. I almost didn't go. I almost turned around in the car, and right when I went in, I felt welcome, right? Mm-hmm. I felt like it was easy to talk to people. I thought there were good connections there. I'm glad that I went, because a lot of people will hesitate. You know that you should network, but then you think you'll go and you won't get anything out of it. And you did it for all these years, and you tried it before, and it wasn't a good use of your time, you feel. And so we want to make sure when you leave that it was valuable to you. And so what we do is when we do a follow-up call, and even during the event, we found out what people valued and what they liked and what they didn't like, and we've changed it. Probably change is the wrong word. We've improved it every time, every meeting. We've added something new, and it's not all Danny's ideas. Probably none of it's my ideas. Most of the ideas come from the people participating that had the experience, and they were just so nice to volunteer that information, because really it's not our event. It's the event of everyone that participates. It becomes their event because they design it, and they're the culture of the event, right? And so they bring the energy to it. All the things that people talk to us about, the energy and its welcoming, is not the building and us, it's the people that are inside of it. Indeed. And we've just been blessed that the right people have shown up and continue to show up and attract others.
Well, congratulations on creating a culture and environment, because I know most people, when they go, and I used to be this way as well, I just happen to be a people person, so I rarely meet a stranger. Like, I'm very comfortable. But when you go into an environment that's new and you know other individuals like you don't know are going to be there, there's this natural social anxiety or angst where you're feeling like, okay, am I good enough? Is anyone going to talk to me? What do I say? And just things like that, right? So I like the feedback that you guys received in terms of individuals when they show up the first time. They felt welcome, which helps people to relax, right? Because it's kind of awkward to go into a space where you don't know anyone. It's okay, I'm here. So how do I make the most of my time? How do I get out of my own way and just say hi? And then from there, having an amazing experience. So is that intentional with you guys in terms of, it sounds like from check-in, welcome, or whatever, it looks like those different touch points of the experience that you guys really make it a priority to make sure individuals have a unique, special, lasting experience?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're developing a brand, and so we want this to be something that is very unique and it's different from everything else out there. And so having people have that amazing experience and want to come back and tell their friends about it, tell other professionals and their network about this event, that's what matters to us. So we have to be able to deliver on that every single night. And like Jeremy said, a lot of it actually isn't necessarily him and I. It's just the amazing people that are there and are just, they're so bought in at this point that it's just a different type of culture. It's great and it's amazing.
Isn't that beautiful to know that you guys are the founders of, and it's like you said, it's not about you, it's about people who come there and have the experience with you, that people care enough to share with you what works and what opportunities, because feedback is just an opportunity to make things better, right? So, okay, well, I'm here to serve you and be of service. So tell me what was amazing, tell me what you like, and tell me what we could do to make things better.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
To make things better. So the feedback is, I know some people are very uncomfortable with feedback, right? In terms of they just want it to be all positive, and I think just all feedback is positive. It depends on how you look at it and what you do about it, because like you guys mentioned, Daniel and Jeremy, it's not about the two of you. You just have to be in a place where you've created this amazing experience. You get to step back in a sense and watch it evolve, expand, and grow, and at the same time to make sure you're still hands-on in terms of how you continue to make it rich, amazing, and wonderful for individuals who come out and share their time with you, right?
Yeah. And I love that I'm sorry, Jeremy, that what you said there is that feedback can always be positive, and that's the way I view it too. Because I've definitely had people on the phone ask me, they go, "Well, do you really want my feedback?" And I'm like, "Yes, no, I really do. Like, tell me the good, the bad, the ugly, the great. Like, I want to hear all of it. Let's go." So, I agree 100% with you.